So we're going to go ahead and mark out Friday the 13th high. To me, it's evident that the market clearly, ever since last night's reversal, creating that intermittent term low, is very strong bullish order flowed. So therefore, what I'm not going to do here today is try and pick a top, right? And look to get in sync with this, okay? Now, for now, you guys already know how I feel about these 9:30 rallies, right? The first thing I do every morning is not physically, but typically mentally map out that 9:30 opening price. I understand that at least 80% of the time, that initial breakout or move out of 9:30 is the fake one. So, I mean, you're just never going to see me chase it unless it leads into something logical, right? I attack Mondays all the same. It just kind of getting back in sync with the markets and letting everything come to me naturally, just like any other day, instead of like being in a rush to attack the markets again because it's been a long weekend, right? So, best case scenario, guys, is going to be if we attack back down here and we're able to return down below the 9:30 opening and preferably take out this 9:30 wick. And if we had the ability to do so, that is what would like really get me more inclined to look to take a long. As it stands at 9:38 a.m., I would prefer if we can have a run down below 9:30 opening range low for the early breakout FOMO buyers. Look at that as a reaccumulation point, and then obviously get down to business and look to long up into this price point. So once again, I would definitely prefer to see a move below this 9:30 wick low. To me, this just pops out to me as initial prey. Okay, so it's not particularly a Model 3 target, but it definitely is a very high quality form of prey. Okay, who's the prey? Well, anyone that chased the initial 9:30 breakout, which typically again is always the false move. So 30 breakout, which again, I'm not chasing this. I don't care. It's not even enticing to me because I know how little it actually works. But maybe for a beginner, this may be getting a little enticing here. But just understand that data is everything, and if you collect data, you'll eventually come to realize that taking breakout longs like this very rarely work. I mean, you have to it's a very slim chance they're gonna be profitable trading these type of 9:30 breakouts. Why? Because I mean, you have to make the winners ridiculously, and I mean ridiculously larger than the losses. Like you gotta. It's just not really sustainable, and I wouldn't rely on it. Okay, which is why I have this random little no trading zone. Okay, so far, obviously we are a little bit outside the no trading zone now, but I never chased the initial move that's created inside the no trading zone. So again, if I'm gonna long and I'm gonna put my live funds on this and kick my week off, right? I will allow this prey to be delivered with the range we created overnight. Yeah, look at that. So yeah, it makes even more sense for us to attack that prey there. I mean, if it's really gonna be bullish, I mean, how large was this? This was yeah. I mean, this is no joke of a regular trading hour gap, man. Yeah, 250 points. So down and then a huge spike up to that internal high there, and now it's just kind of overall in an upward slope of a accumulation range here. So I mean, there's really nothing to analyze here, guys, other than we're just accumulating orders right now, which is great because if we're accumulating orders this early, right, and not trending yet, that means it's accumulating for a large move eventually. So, matter of fact, while we're still accumulating, guys, I want to let it do its thing. I'm gonna step away for just a few minutes, grab my coffee, and I'll come back and see where we're at. Okay, and we start dumping. I'm not gonna look to take the short because I know that this is just probably going to be the manipulation out of this accumulation range. This will be the reaccumulation of longs inside of a bullish market. And then guess what? I'll play the longs up to the Friday the 13th high. Now, okay, I can kind of see what you're saying if you're thinking, oh, Model 3, because I know we came up, swept these clean bodies here on this hourly high. We also swept out this swing high here to the left. Not quite a clear change of state delivery because it's a pretty wick type of environment. And then obviously we have multiple gap displacement in the direction of this high quality prey draw. So technically this is a setup, but I have to give it a B minus type of setup, and then I'm gonna bump real-time delivery up to B plus as well. And then we're gonna bump potential up to an A minus because volume is looking great. And actually, I gotta give this a C plus. Okay, so I just have to give it a setup rating because technically this is a quote unquote Model 3, but to me this is gonna be a C plus rating of a Model 3. So I mean, if all stars aligned, right, and this was an A plus short, obviously this would have been entry, stop above all three gaps plus this up candle, and then obviously targeting the prey. But this is something that I'll just tape read because I just don't want to assert myself again in a range like this. I would rather it break down below, right, and then I'll look to take the play that is offered after we deliver this. So that, to me, that's just highest probability. So again, technically this is a Model 3 here, but it's just a lower probable version of it. Okay, so I'm personally gonna sit this out and just tape read it. So we'll see if we can run out this 930 prey. Again, once we do that, that would get me a lot more enticed to look to target that Friday the 13th high. Not only because obviously it's a time-based low in the market, and you know, stop loss is jammed below here for everyone that chased the initial breakout. But also, as we mentioned, this huge regular trading hour gap that we have below. So again, this is not a Model 3 that I would assert myself on. This is going to be tape reading only. I'm not pressing live funds on this. Okay, just reiterating to make it clear. This is like a C plus rating version of my model, purely going off the checklist. Okay, but overall, pretty decent market. I like the volume that was injected here. Again, I think this would be a really high quality buying point. Obviously, if it presents. So aside from that, you know, I will watch what the market wants to do and go from there. So, I mean, you can have your own discretion here. You don't have to trust all my words. I mean, this very well could pan out, even though it's a lower rating. But it's just something I personally just don't feel inclined to take. I mean, it's not like that. Like, if I'm going to assert myself to start the week, it's not going to be on a setup like this. So, have your own discretion, but I'm just telling you personally what I'm doing. I'm just going to tape read this. I generally like to skip these plays, even though I know that the prey is very likely to be hit. Solely because I like the market to prove itself. Like, okay, you're getting high volume now. You're seemingly going to break out of the range. Prove it to me. Prove it. Right? So if it breaks out of the range, proves itself to me with high volume, then I can confidently take the setup that performs, you know, once we do that, right? And that's not me like chasing breakouts or anything like that. It's just waiting for a high quality key level to be tagged outside of the range that we established, right? So that would be from this this low here at 930 to this high here, right? So I would want to see us leave this range with force once we do that. And if, you know, time is lining up and everything looks good, then I would be a lot more confident in taking a setup. So, okay, now that change its state here. Okay, you ideally want to see it respect this up candle now. Now that we pierced that opening price, and obviously hold this up candle until we dump to the low. Okay, so you want to see it hold that order block. So this is looking very promising, guys. Okay, if we have the ability, which obviously it looks very prominent now, to tap this inefficiency below plus regular trading hour gap, yeah, we're probably going to get a very good 11 a.m. setup. So again, yeah, like I said, real time, probably 2-3 years ago, I would have taken a short like this on a scalping basis. Nowadays, like, I know that these setups can pan out, but I generally, on a long-term basis, just like to skip past these one and filter in the really high quality. That's just my style, guys. So there we go, finally. All right, so there's that prey deliver, guys. That's how you read a market real time. All right, when you're started off with a high manipulation market. So this thing is really opening up to us. I think that this is a very high quality reaccumulation of longs point.